Namaste, Jai Bhavani, Jai Shree Ram. Welcome to Sanatan Vani. Welcome to a new series which is called the Narayan Series. If you haven't subscribed to the channel already, please do subscribe to the channel. Please like, share and comment in the comment section how you feel about our videos that we make. And just a sec, wait for it. Please do watch the video to the end because I promise you, you will definitely benefit out of this video for the knowledge, for the topic that we are discussing today. So today's topic is Adhik Maas. Adhik Maas, an extra lunar month. What exactly it is, and is it actually true that the misconception or any kind of discussions that float around in our society that you cannot do auspicious activities such as marrying to someone or opening a new business, starting a new job, etc. During this extra month? Well, we will discuss it using actual references from our Sanatan texts, and we will get to know that what exactly we may or we may not do in this lunar month. First of all, as usual, I bow down to the Australian land and the true custodians and owners of this land, the natives, and their civilization. First of all, what is Adhik Maas? The word itself tells us Adhik, which means extra. This extra lunar month, the definition for it, we find it in Surya Siddhanta. It is written under the faculty of Aryabhatta, the mathematician, astronomer himself in our ancient India. And in his faculty, lots of research was done for astronomy and obviously for the cycles and the time taken by different planets to go revolve around the sun was also clearly calculated and mentioned in his and his students' works. This one comes from Lata Dev, one of the students, or maybe from the faculty that Lata Dev was leading, or some other student who contributed to this particular research under Aryabhatta or his faculty. In Surya Siddhanta, chapter 1, verse 35, as I quote, it says, Bhavanti sashino masaha suryendu bhaganantaram ravi maso nitastetu sheshaha syura dimaskaha. Which means, if you subtract the lunar months from the solar months in a Mahayuga, technically, because that discussion was still on in that chapter, in a Mahayuga, then what is left are the Adhik Maas in that Mahayuga, which means the lunar months, extra months. Now, we all know that lunar month finishes an year, a lunar month cycle finishes an year quicker than sun, the solar month cycle. That's why an Adhik Maas has to be adjusted in our calendar so that the seasons, because seasons are controlled by solar calendar, not controlled, like you observe them through solar calendar, and the lunar calendar is used for exact occurrence of the date every year. So as our civilization grew, they knew that this was required because we needed to keep the tithis, the dates and the months that we, Magh month, then Vaishakh month, Bhadrapad month, that way. So we needed to keep this track of seasons exactly in the designated month every year. So the calculation for that extra month had to be added for that continuity to stay in line with the seasons for the date and the month every year. Now, lunar month is generally 29.53 days long and solar month is 30.44 days long, which means every month there is a difference of roughly 0.91 day. So 0.91 lunar day, that is going extra for like covering an year, right? So every 32 to 33 months, it collects up, that accumulates, that 0.91 lunar day extra every month, that accumulates into forming a full entire month after 32 to 33 months. So every 32 to 33 months, like 2.75 years, there will be an extra lunar month to adjust this, so that the lunar calendars stay in sync with the solar calendar and the seasons come on the exact tithis, the dates in exact month that we want it to be tracked in that dates or month cycle. Now, where does those kind of references come from, that this extra month, lunar month, which is called Adhik Maas, which is called the Purushottama Maas? That's the reason why we included this first Adhik Maas video into the Narayan series and making it under the Narayan series as episode 1, because it is that this month is dedicated to the Shree Narayan himself, the Purushottama. So many places it is also called the Radha Purushottam month, a month so pious, so pure that you get into the ecstasy of bhakti of Shree Radha and Narayan, Shree Radha and Sri Krishna. So this is how this month was dedicated in our text. Now, earlier in some kind of rudimentary thought process society of our ancient times or medieval times, they called it Malla Maas, which is called like literally poo-poo month. And they started acting as if no good thing can be done, no new good thing can be done in this month. Well, I will clarify that claim through the research that we all Sanatanis from time to time go through this kind of things. In the research, we found that various references for this month have given in our Puranas. First of all, very big reason why it is called Purushottama, Raadha Purushottam Maas month. That reference comes from Narayan Purana, and I will quote the exact place where it comes from. It comes from chapter Naradiya Purana, chapter 31, where the month is going to Sri Krishna, Sri Narayan himself, asking for help that it is not getting the due respect, or it is not getting the due diligence in the entire cycle of the months and years, that people are not practicing auspicious things, or are afraid of this kind of mathematical calculated correction in the calendar and all. So our rishis were very smart people. They knew that if we quote something into the like a religious story, then people will definitely be able to understand and they will follow it if we put it that way. So in this Naradiya Purana, the story comes that the month is going to the Sri Krishna, and then Sri Krishna gives this month his name himself, that if this is happening, okay, here I give you my name. So people will know you from my name itself. The Purushottama Maas, the Radha Purushottam Maas, the Shree Raadha Purushottam month, right? So, and then along with that, so this is one thing that people think that they cannot do any kind of new auspicious things in this month. This claim itself breaks down everything. Secondly, the one more proof we get while researching is in the Padma Purana. In the Padma Purana, in the Uttarakand, chapter number 173, I am referring to the Gita Press Gorakhpur edition, so that topic, the list of the topics, the index could change a little bit for some other editions. In that, Yudhishthira, the king Yudhishthira, is having a conversation with Sri Krishna, asking the importance and the signification of the Ekadashi, the 11th lunar night of this Purushottama month. He refers to it as Purushottama month, the name itself. And then Sri Krishna is explaining as well that the first of the Shukla Paksh, the Ekadashi, the 11th night of the lunar cycle, of the first lunar cycle of the month, is called Kamala. And the second one that comes in the Krishna Paksh or Shukla Paksh, Krishna Paksh is called Kamada. Both Ekadashis are said by Sri Krishna himself to Yudhishthira that please do the vrat for Sri Mahalakshmi Ma, Mother Goddess Mahalakshmi of wealth and good luck. If you do Nirjala and Nirahar, that is, Nirahar means no food. Without eating anything, you do this vrat on Ekadashi on the 11th. And Nirjala or Nirjala, which is without water, you do the vrat, do the auspicious activities, do your rites and rituals for this vrat for Ekadashi, the 11th lunar month night. you fulfill your life with all the materialistic success and luck. Krishna himself is pointing out this Vrat for results that you might want, not spiritually, but materialistically. So, and after that, many great works of our saints in the modern times and medieval times also went into it, clarifying it to the society that this month is actually really, really auspicious because it comes every 2.75 years, every 32 to 33 months. This is just a mathematical calculation to correct the calendar. It has nothing to do with any other kind of devotional activities or spiritual activities. But people started to have that kind of negative feeling for that. So Rishi Munis and our researchers and scientists and mathematicians and astronomers, everybody had to pitch in to explain to the masses that this month is actually very pious as well. You can practice your spiritual and devotional activities even more in this month. So many works such as Purushottama Maas Mahatmya, this kind of I found some text, and I think there are lots of saints who have rishis who have given this kind of Mahatmya works for Purushottama Maas, in which they discuss using lots of different stories for previous birth of Draupadi, previous birth of Pandavas, and the signification of doing the vrats, in doing all different kinds of vrat, and how actually they should do the vrat, explained by Maharshi Valmiki himself in this text, and different Mahatmas that were mentioned. That Maharshi Valmiki is giving the rites and rituals and the mantras and actual ways of doing rituals for vrat of Purushottam month. So, if these all things are coming out in lots of text to clarify to the masses that this month, that people think that no new beginnings can be done in this month and all, is actually not there. Our rishis, our mathematicians, our saints, our scientists, our astronomers, they are again and again giving this science in so many different texts that this month is also one of the most pious. So, using this kind of references, we now know that when people were referring it to as the Malla Maas, then it was not correct. This is actually the Radha Purushottam, Shree Raadha Purushottam month, and in that, in various aspects, now people will say that it is only given for spiritual practice. You do mantra japa, you do rituals in this month. And where I think this logic comes from is, any particular materialistic Mahurat hasn't been defined for this month, or any research wasn't put into it for this month. That's why people are skeptical even to begin something new. But all the text, Padma Purana, Naradiya Purana, Purushottama Maas Mahatmya, and the Surya Siddhanta itself just notifies that this is just a mathematical calculation to correct the calendar, lunar calendar, so that it remains in sync with the solar calendar. So every 32 to 33 months, you will have one extra month. So for that extra month, people are saying you do spiritual activities. That is prescribing just like any other month. But that does not mean you cannot do materialistic auspicious things as well. No, they are not explicitly saying it anyway that you cannot do. They are just saying other spiritual and devotional activities are even more auspicious because this month comes after 32 to 33 months, after 2.75 years every cycle. So that's why they put more signification on doing spiritual and devotional thing, whereas we as civilization only caught on to it as in we can only do that. We cannot do any other kind of materialistic new beginning things in this month, which is not correct. And all Sanatan, most of the Sanatanis go through this kind of research, and what we found in Padma Purana, I'm repeating this again because again and again people need to understand that this kind of skepticism and this kind of negative outlook towards actual mathematical correction to the calendar, taking it in a different way for devotional practices that you cannot do anything good materialistically, is not correct. Well, so this is it. This is the Adhik Maas. And this is why I'm still making this video. even if there is, I think, 7 to 8 days left in Adhik Maas now while I'm recording this video. And I wanted to utilize this opportunity to pay my respect to Shree Radharani, to Shree Krishna, to Shree Narayan, to begin this series in Adhik Maas, to get the best luck. That no new beginnings can be done and all. No, it can be, because this month is endorsed by Shree Narayan himself, Shree Radha Krishna himself and herself, right? So that's why we made this video. Even if it was nearly an end, I thought, no, this is to be done. So thank you very much for watching this video to the end. Thank you that you hung around and you got the nectar, the golden nectar, the sweetest nectar of knowledge flowing from our Rishimunis and our scientists of ancient time and mathematicians. So please pass it on to other Sanatanis who can get more advantage and benefit out of this kind of research and knowledge. As you all know, this channel is dedicated to the knowledge of Sanatan for the Sanatanis. So please subscribe if you haven't still done. Please like, share and comment in the comment section how you like this research and how did you like or how did you feel about this kind of videos that we make from references and research and clarifying all kinds of different topics for Sanatan Dharma and making it reach to Sanatanis. Please do help us. Your help is immense. Thank you. Thank you very much for joining in. Jai Bhavani, Jai Shri Ram. And we will see you in the next episode with another series or even this series on this channel of Sanatan Vani.